Okay, Math for College, this is your final lesson before you get ready for your test. This is on percents and averages. And so the first thing we want to do is we want to take these problems and express them as a mathematical equation. So when it says, what is 20% of 84? The what means x. Is means equals. 20% means 0.2. Of means multiplication. We have 84. So what is 20% of 84? That's what we do. We take 0.2 times 84. If you do it on your calculator, you are going to get 16.8. The next one, what is 125%? 1.25 of 60. If you take 1.25 times 60 on our calculator, we get 75. Now let's change it up a little. It says 5 is 12% of what number? 5 is means equals. 12% means 0.12 of what number? It means times x. We're going to divide both sides by 0.12. So I take out my calculator. And I take 5 and I divide it by 0.12. And I get 41.6 repeating. So x is 41.6 repeating. Example 4, 10 is what percent of 80? So 10 is what means x of 80, so times 80. We divide both sides by 80. You have 0.125 is equal to x. That doesn't answer the question because it says what percent. So 0.125 is percent is 12.5%. And that's our answer. Now let's apply these to some other problem. Now we're going to talk about averages. The way we determine averages is we take a sum, we divide it by the number of things that we're adding, and that's going to be equal to our average. So for example, it says find the average of the following: 4, 3, 10, 9, and 12. So we do 4 plus 3 plus 10 plus 9 plus 12. How many things did we add up? We added up 5 things, and that's going to be equal to our average. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 10 is 17, plus 9 is 26, plus 12 is 38. So I have 38 over 5 is equal to the average. We take 38 and divide it by 5, we get 7.6. So 7.6 is the average of those numbers. And hopefully when you look at the numbers, you would say, yeah, 7 works out. If you got something like 2.1, you would say, no way that can't work. If you got 14.2, say, no way that couldn't work. If you got like 11.8, you'd say, well, it's between those, but man, it doesn't really look like 11.8 would work. So, try to think about how reasonable your answer is. Let's switch it up. It says the average of 5 numbers is 12.2. What is the sum of the 5 numbers? So again, sum divided by the number is equal to the average. So it says the average of the 5 is 12.2. So you know the average. What is the sum of the 5? How many things did you add up? You added up 5. It's wanting to know the sum. So we have to solve this equation. The sum divided by 5 is 12.2. Well, if we multiply both sides by 5, we get the sum is equal to 61. And finally, a good question that students like to try to figure out. Joe wants an average of 80 or better on his tests. He currently has test scores of 60, 76, and 98. What does he need on his 4th test to average an 80? Again, sum divided by the number is equal to the average. We know that the average needs to be 80. It will be his 4th test, so he will have done 4 tests. The sum, well, we have 60 plus 76 plus 98 plus, there's one more that we don't know. There's one more that we don't know. In order to solve this, I will combine 60, 76, and 98. And I get 234. To get rid of the 4, I multiply both sides by 4. 234 plus x is equal to 320. Finally, whoop, not 30, 320. Finally, 320 minus 234, you can see you get 86. X is equal to 86. You need an 86 in order to come out with an average of 80. And hopefully that makes sense. 60 and 76 are both below 80, whereas 98 is above 80. Hopefully it makes sense that, 86 seems about like a reasonable amount in that regard. So there you have it. There's your notes on percents and averages. You should be able to complete your last worksheet as well as any study guide questions you have.